All right, let's do it. G'day, legends. TJC Sports here. Welcome back to another legendary NRL live stream reaction here. Another international live stream reaction. Our first Pacific Championship / bowl stream of the series here for 2025. New Zealand versus Samoa. We did miss BG versus Cook Islands yesterday. My bad, legends. Sorry about that. But credit where it's due. Congratulations to Fiji. Looks like they had a really good game over Samoa, and the winners were very deserving on the day here. Whether we'll have very deserving winners on the day with this one remains to be seen. This game looks to be a very tight one here, despite the fact that Samoa never actually won versus New Zealand. Could we see a historic result tonight? Only a bit late, says Andrew. Are you talking about me or you, bro? Because I think we're both late by about a minute, aren't we? Only slightly, man. Liam Pritchard says Samoa by 4. First try scorer, Payne Haas, slotting that straight in to the predictions there, mate. I hope you're doing well, legend. Payne Haas, mate. I'd be surprised if he scores first. He's not really much of a try scorer. He's a workhorse. You know, credit where it's due to Payne Haas. He's an absolute unit. But I'm not so sure if I'd say he's much of a try scorer frequently, you know? He can get them. There's no doubt about that. And maybe he will break through the New Zealand line to get that try. But it's a very bold call there, Liam. Absolutely. I love watching my boy Junior leading the war cry for Samoa. It is pretty legendary, man. But you know what else is great? You know, we got a few former blue and golds, aren't we, in this one here? Speaking of which, let's take a look at the lineups between these two teams with just a few minutes till we are due to have kickoff here on the channel. For the New Zealand Kiwis, we have Charles Nicol-Klokstad at fullback, with Jermaine Asako and Renato Muladalo on the wings. Some of the best there. Asako, not his best year this year, but what a player he is when he is at his best. Casey McLean and Matthew Tomoko in the centres, with Dylan Brown and Kieran Foran forming quite possibly one of the most likeable halves pairings of all time there in the halves, with James Fisher-Harris captaining the side with help from his four-peat helper, Moses Leota, with Jeremy Marshall-King at hooker. Bryson Decora and Isaiah Papali'i are in the second row, with Joseph Tarpanay at lock. Phoenix Crossland, Nafao White, Aaron Clark, and Nelson Azaba-Solomona wrap up the rest on the bench here. Keanu Kinney is 18th man. Shout out to Johnson Kids in the chat here, cheering for Samoa there. We do read every single comment here on the channel, legend, so feel free to leave them. As for the visiting side, Samoa, we have Roger Tuivasa-Sheck at fullback, with Brian To'o and Murray Taulagi on the wings. Dean Mariner, I believe he was one of the top try scorers in the final series there for the Broncos, lines up with Isaac Tongo in the centres here. Blaze Talangi and Jerome Luai, the halves. Listen, he may be a Panther now, but I will never allow anybody to cop any disrespect, all right, for Blaze Talangi, absolute legend. Josh Papali'i and Payne Haas are in the props, with the number 9 being Jazz Tavanga. Jeremiah Nanai and Jaden Sewer are the second rowers, with Junior Barlow at the lock position. Interesting to see Junior at lock. You know, I would have thought you would have put him in the prop position, but I guess with a stacked thing like that. But Junior's shown also that he can be good off the bench. So maybe, yeah, I do stand by my surprise there. Chanel Aristevita, Simi Sasagi, Francis Molo, and Atta Mariotta are the rest of the bench. Benaya Lolu is the 18th man there. Peter Go will be our referee for tonight's proceedings here. Hey, Leon says, Andrew, hey, where's my hey, bro? Where's my hey, bro? All you told me is that you were late, bro. I love watching my boy Junior leading the war cry. We already read that. What do you think of the NRL Grand Final? I thought the NRL Grand Final was absolutely legendary, man. And yes, I do love the haka, man. I mean, it's a piece of my heritage, bro. Of course I love the haka. There's a reason that New Zealand is firmly my team I love next up behind Australia, you know? It's heritage versus where you're born, right? Probably one of my favorite games that you get that doesn't involve Australia. New Zealand and Samoa. It's up there with, like, I'd say PNG and Samoa and England, Australia. Well, that involves Australia, but you get what I'm saying here. It's certainly always a very fun one to watch here between these two teams. Lots of big names for both. It wasn't always the case for Samoa, as most of them kind of just went to New Zealand or Australia, right? But in recent times, the last 10 years, that's become a bit of a change. They want to represent their heritage. They want to do proud. And, well, that's why I think we've had a rise, actually, in players playing for not as popular nations, right? Proud of their heritage, Samoa and New Zealand here. Tyler, I thought Junior Polo has a great year for the Parramatta Eels. He did have a great year for the Parramatta Eels, Liam. And Johnson Kids says hi. Hi, Johnson Kids. Good to have you here, man. Let's see if Liam Pritchard's prediction of Payne Haas to score will be proven correct or not. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe, potentially. Who knows? I certainly do not. I am just a random NRL content creator reacting to stuff for fun, right? That's just how I am. Wouldn't exactly say that I know everything, right? I ain't exactly the infinite, all-knowing saint of it all, right? All right, there we go. Too easy. Anyways, legends, let's go. Here we go. New Zealand, Samoa at Go Media Stadium. Who will reign triumphant? Will we see history made? Well, that's a guarantee. New Zealand and Samoa kicks off here on the channel here. Blaze Talangi with the ball here, running into the line there for them here. You are infinite knowing, Tyler, not a saint. Aren't they the same practically, man? Yeah, I saw that the group chat got called again, Andrew. You got to stop it, man. You got to stop it, bro. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm getting sick of it, man, okay? Yeah, I can't keep listening to my headphones and then it goes, ring, ring, a call incoming. Andrew Backhouse decided to not bloody turn up his phone again. Samoa, Josh Buckley with a tough carry through the middle there and wrapped up well by Fisher Harris, hook, line, and sinker. Now RTS, rumoured to be R360 bound now, finds his way over to the 30. Tavanga now, and Talangi will clear the ball. No Blaze to score a try. Blaze to score a try. All right, mate. Not saying I didn't do it. Sure you didn't. Sure you didn't, mate. I bet you hacked into their account so it didn't look like it was you. I guarantee it. Legends, it's a guarantee. He absolutely did that. How do I know this? You may ask. Well, it's because I know how Andrew thinks, and he would totally do something like that. Absolutely, 100%, without a doubt. And here's Fisher Harris running at the half here. Down to the ground he goes. He knows a bit about it. A bit of ring around the rosy as Dylan Brown on the short side. It feels so sad to know he's a newie player. But I had a chat with him and stuff at the end of year ceremony and all that. You know, I got my goodbyes and, you know, I wish him nothing but the best in Nui here. As there's a high kick put off here over to Samoa, who managed to collect the ball here. Now down the right, just running quickly here, Samoa. No kick to be seen there. Back around that blue and red and white versus the black and white. Samoa, down to the left here. Murray Talani, down the middle. And just stop telling Tyler what to do. Tyler's my favorite. Yeah, you listen to him, Andrew. You listen to him, Andrew. You listen to him. Respect me. Dylan will be playing 6 for the last time this comp. Yeah, and then he'll probably be moved to 7. And it goes well here for Nickel Klukstad, who will manage to gain about 20 meters there. Now back over to the left here. Casey McLean looking to McLean up the competition here. McLean on the left side here. Samoa. Mulatalo now. The ultimate stirrer here, Ronaldo Mulatalo. He goes down. Evening legends, says Jason Reeder here. Up the mighty Kiwis here. I will admit, due to heritage, my preference would be New Zealand to win, but ultimately, you know, I love seeing rugby league history, even on the international stage, be made. So if Samoa can win, it would be absolutely massive. You know, like people make these controversies all like, why Payne Haas to from Australia? It's like, you know, if that's his heritage, that's his heritage. That's what he wants to represent, you know? I feel like we need more players wanting to represent what they truly feel. And what they're eligible for, of course. Luai down to the right here. Finds the pass there, serving up nicely there. Almost hooker-like. Not to be confused with another type. Luai. Over to RTS here, and Rocket Roger looks to take up. I see you when you was live stream with the NRL Fanatic. Oh, did you, Johnson? Thank you very much, man. Yeah, we did those creator awards. Great stuff, you know. Personally, even though I don't talk about it, been in that kind of group that makes them happen for a few years now. So yeah, we're looking to make it bigger and better every single year, man. You know, apologies to, you know, we didn't decide who the winners were. The votes decided it. But, you know, we do recognize that there are some people that probably, according to viewers, deserved it. It's just kind of a sign of why people need to vote, right? Thanks so much to everyone that supported that stream. I know it meant a lot to Fnatic. Happy birthday for next week, says Johnson. There you go. There you go. See, Jason, some support for you, man. Kiwi Ferns beat Samoa girls in the game. I couldn't believe that the Kiwi Ferns came back like that, man, against them. I thought it was a real shock, bro. I thought that when they had a 20-point lead, they were going to maintain it, bro, Samoa. But, you know, that just shows you how it is. Dylan Brown. Oh, beautiful Dylan Brown. Isaiah Papali'i. And anybody that's on their phone can get off it because that was brilliant. RTS to Foreign. Foreign over to Smoko. To Smoko, unable to break through there. And that is brilliant defense of Samoa. It's even better. Did somebody right there let us to Santa early? They've been given a prime December level Christmas gift. New Zealand with the mistake. Apparently there was a bubble in here, according to the referee. And Samoa, yes, there it is, will live to play another set. Hey, man, how are you? I'm doing fine, legend, all things considered. Did you spot a Parafan in the crowd? Bro, I always spot Parafans in the crowd, man. You know what I mean, Andrew? You just, yeah. I want Junior and Blaze to win love Dillbugs, but as an Aussie, New Zealand is a brother rivalry. I get that, man, but for me, there's that connection for me. Like, for me, I'm kind of torn between. Like, there's that rivalry when they play Australia. Yes, absolutely. I do recognize that heavily. But for me personally, with heritage and that, it's hard for me to, like, not be happy for New Zealand if they manage to get the win here. I think it'd be great for history, for the internationals, if Samoa managed to get the win, though, man. How you doing, Walshy? Johnson Kid says, I do, and the Leaguey winner, I'm sorry. Oh, bro, absolutely fine. Leaguey is a legendary YouTuber right now, okay? The Rooster supporter, good on him. I appreciate your support anyways, legend, all right? You know, there can be multiple people you want to do well, and just, you know, sometimes it can go together, and some, you know, you got to pick one to get stuff. But, like, at the end of the day, we're all just doing this thing because we love it, right? Like, appreciate you anyways, man, all right? And I think that, personally, Leaguey has been really good this year. Just a question, brother. Your first shot ever was the first Dolphins try, so I'm thinking you were going to, and they came. I wasn't going to go for them when they went in, legend. I only made that. That actually wasn't my first ever short. It's just the first short that wasn't deleted. I had to delete a lot of them for copyright reasons so I could be monetized, legend, because the NRL doesn't like you using their footage, hence how these live streams work. But yeah, that was one of the ones that luckily I got away with. I managed to sneak that one into staying on the thing with the Ben Hunt and stuff ones as well. You'll notice as well that some of the picture ones that aren't that good, those are really some of the first ones. And those are around more so because they're less strict with images than they are with videos. But yeah, that's one of my faves. I love that Dolphins one. It's nice and slick. Chance. Up and around here. Moves it for Tavanga. And To'o wraps up well with Paolo. Usually enemies today. They're, well, you know, usually the saying goes lovers. I don't think I'd go that far. Junior is a married man after all. I believe To'o is too. Haas. Gets them on the 30 here. Mortalo round the left now. Looks to take off. Can we just put some rockets on him, just see how far he'll launch? All right, light the candle. And wrapped up by Tonga, we have a penalty here for the New Zealand Kiwis. Woo! People have used it. Yeah. You picked the plays on your live stream? Yeah. I picked the pictures on my live stream, legend. Dylan Brown, I absolutely love you, bro. And Blaze Talungi, love you too, bro. And then there was Kieran Foran and Jaden Sewer on the front covers as well. Ultimately, I just look for images that can try and match each other, you know, like a vibe. If a player's like looking really grumpy like this, I'm unlikely to put them next to a player that's like this. You know, it's just kind of how it is. And Fisher Harris left with it. No, he's not on the other side, man. I was looking at him like this. I'm looking at Dylan Brown right now, man. Leota now over to the side. Foran now. McLean down the side. And McLean gets it there for the New Zealand Kiwis. 4-0. And that's how we open up the Pacific Championships and Bowl live streaming of the year with a try from the Penrith Panther. Number 4, McLean. Not 3-0, 4-0. Boom. Shitty chat. Bang, 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 bang. I missed that try. You blame Dylan. Blame Dylan? Blame Dylan. I'm not blaming Dylan. I'll blame, who can I blame? Who's the most blameable to blame? All right, if I have to blame a New Zealand Kiwi, I'll blame the grub Nelson. He's not even on the field, I don't think, but I'll blame the grub Nelson, man. Bloody Nelson. Damn Nelson. Yes, Casey McLean score a try. Absolutely he did, mate. Up, New Zealand, Welsh get it, says here. Yeah, get behind whoever you're going for, legends. We do have a poll up as well, so feel free to check that out. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. And it's almost too easy, that try. Tonga kind of opened up. Not many that could stop McLean in that situation. He cleans them up. Yeah, Pamper's teammates burst each other and he outclassed his teammate. Jermaine Asako scored 84 points in 6 test matches. To hook this one, he nails it. And oh my God, it is already better than the last international stream, legends. We actually are seeing conversions. I thought conversions were extinct after Australia PNG. They're not, are they? They exist. They're real. We can see them. They're obtainable. You can touch them. You can feel them. Goodness me. I ain't going for anyone. New Zealand just closer, I think. Fair enough, Walshy. Fair enough. Samoa is leading the poll right now. Who knows if that'll change down the track, man? 6-0 right now. Now to the left. Through the middle here. And Nikora. Petition to change the nickel to the Nicoral. How about that? Round to the left. Papali'i now on the ground. Gaining about 5 to 10 meters a set. Fisher Harris gains about 10 there over to the 40. With the Haka Chans to the left. Oh, I know there was ones in that game, legend, but I'm talking about on stream. It's cursed, mate. It's cursed, Andrew. Isaka kicks to something else. I love the curve. I don't think he has ever done straight kick even at Broncos. Nah, he's not a straight kicker, man. He's not a straight kicker. He's a curved shot master, bro. Master. Meters on return for Brian Toto. Part of the game plan here. Down on the ground. 6 out of 7 sets for New Zealand so far completed, with 4 out of 5 for Samoa right now. Just not as many given. Back round here. Finds the pass here. I was being a Muppet. Well, you know, when you're always a Muppet, it's hard to tell when you're not a Muppet or when you're just trying to be a Muppet while being a Muppet. At the end of the day, you're still a Muppet, even if you're just pretending to be the Muppet. On the 40 now, Payne Haas to Vanga. To Luai now, and Jerome Luai with a very long kick there. They're going to let it bounce once down the middle, and on the 10, Asako collects it. No curved kick for this. And wrapped up. Now to the left here, through the middle. It was raining today in Perth. It was raining in Perth. Sorry to hear that, George. Unless you like rain like I do, in which case, love to hear it. Nathan Cleary and England versus Australia. Oh, yeah. Nathan Cleary is arguably one of the best kick takers. Absolutely, Johnson kids. And, yeah, it should be interesting versus England, Australia. I can't wait for that. We will be streaming that on the channel. Looks like, bro, this question is Clips channel. I think it's absolutely terrible, man. I get what they were trying to go for, but that doesn't change the fact that I think it's absolutely terrible. I would rather, watch paint dry than have to look at that logo for 10 seconds. Watching Foreign here. Yeah, that was pressure on Foreign. It was a good effort from Samoa, but they're going to have to deal with the goal line dropout. Foreign finds that pass just about. New Zealand. Now to the left. Dylan Brown in a bonus set for New Zealand here. Yes, I will be, Andrew. Yes, I will be. Now to the right here. Foreign to Knuckle Klukstad there. And Nikora underneath. He sets up to the left here. Tarpany. Oh, look at Tarpany there, finding that offload. Absolutely beautiful stuff. You people, I like it, but it looks AI, bro. Mate, it looks like something I could make in 5 seconds. We're out of Militalo, and oh! Somehow, in the battle for the footy, they've come up on top, Samoa. Definitely no grounding. I guess the question would be in the build-up with the defense. McLean calling over to the side. Seems like there's a winger here not feeling so good. You go for England versus Australia. I'd go for England. England. I'd go for Australia, legend. I'm an Aussie. I respect... I got nothing against England, but in the Ashes, I got to go for Australia. Murray Talangi. So they're arguing Murray Talangi decides he's not going for the ball midway and harms the Kiwi. I don't know whether you can do much with that, but... And then we go, no try. They were trying to check for something, but they don't find anything, and Samoa will not be trailing by much more now. It's still 6-0. Now to the right. Spun around in it. To'o fends them off hard here. Tavanga now to the right. Junior Barlow. A huge body there. Yeah, I agree with you. I think that was the right call, man. I think that was the right call, but there was... For me personally, I don't think there's anything in it. For me, that was definitely just, a knock on by the Kiwi. No impact in it. And now on the ground, Jeremiah Nanai. To Payne Haas here. Liam wants him to score a try in this game. Flies through. There you go, man. There's your confused look. And play that. Dylan Brown collects the ball here. He couldn't make a run like he probably would have rabbited with it. But that charge down gets them to nearly the 40-meter line of their own end here. Dylan Brown, ladies and gentlemen. Newcastle, that's your man. Matthew Tomoko goes around here. I go for Australia, Legend, but New Zealand is definitely a part of my family. Yes. Anyways, Legends, Blaze Talangi around. New Zealand wrap him up nicely. Marshall King. Been a regular here. Down to the left. On the halfway line, Tabunga to Talangi here. Talangi with a far and wide kick there. It's going into the sun there. And CNK manages to get it here. Or the Payne Haas. I think Dylan Brown will be a good signing for Newcastle Knights next year. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. Hearing you say Newcastle, that is your man, still hurts. Yeah, but it's the truth, isn't it? It's just the truth, man. Whether it hurts or not, it's the truth. And now, running forward, To'o's got it here. Brian To'o, the number 2. He's certainly in the top 2 in this team here. To'o down the side here. It is very interesting seeing Junior at lock, man. It's not what I would have bet on for Junior, but, you know, I mean, when you think about it, Junior's not completely... The way he plays isn't completely against a lock sort of role. I just don't know if he could do close to over, 70 like a lot of locks do. He could probably, he could do like a half's worth of footy for me, but I don't know if I want him doing the most of the game, But I guess if you have a good forward rotation on the bench, like most modern teams do, I wouldn't argue with the idea of Junior, Payne Haas. Tavanga now to Junior. And Josh Papali around here. Papali right in front of the try line. Tavaga says, where to next here? As Payne Haas through the middle. He has another go here. And Haas on the ground. Tavaga still counting numbers. They've jumped the gun here as Luai goes to the left here. 5th tackle coming up for them. Back left, and Tavaga cleanly loses the ball there. And a very disappointing end to a very good set. Now over to Asako. The Misako. And Misako's held on the 10. Just McLean running forward. And then over to Jeremiah and Nanai there with a good tackle. Now to the left, CNK. That was poor from Jazz. It was extremely poor from Jasmine, but we don't keep going on about it. Maybe he'll have an even better set for redemption. Next one, Tarpany breaks through the middle. Is he a fullback? He keeps going. 15 out now, New Zealand. And on the right side, Foran kicks it nicely. And what a kick from Kieran Foran. To'o's forced into the goal line. And that's going to be a drop out there. Kieran Foran. Absolutely exceptional. We're back in the early 2010s. Will says salute. Hey, Will, welcome to the stream, man. Says Kiwis are a solid team. I'm expecting for them to win it easy. You would expect it, Legend, but you never know. And Asako manages to get the ball here. CNK now, stepping around. Looks for the pass here, and Isaiah Papali'i manages to get it here. Is this prime forward on the field? It must be. It must be. That is an absolutely prime forward play, and he's got a double. He's so small they couldn't lift him. McLean's got a double. Oh, brilliant. Kieran forward dropouts. It is 10-0 with a kick to come now. And Samoa just can't keep up with... Forget about not being able to keep up with New Zealand. They can't keep up with McLean. Casey McLean. The Penrith Panther. The New Zealand try scorer there. Good on you, Casey. Coming through the Penrith junior system. Hyped up with his brother, Casey. With his brother, Jesse. Casey McLean. 30 games and 19 tries for Panthers. 2 tries today. Absolutely brilliant. Lightning McLean. Ka-chow. Ka-chow, legends. Casey McLean was good at the Panthers this year. Yeah, he's a very high potential young center. It was a real surprise to many when Casey McLean was named to debut last year. Now, from a better angle than last time here, Jermaine Asako, we all know he has a bit of a tendency to have a bit of a curve on his kicks. Could that be a problem here? Probably not from right in front, but you never know. If Moses can miss one from in front, Asako can miss one from in front. He gets it right through the middle, and what am I saying? You can't have your cake and eat it. And we will have ourselves a 12-point lead to the Kiwis. Anybody else amazed? The Piston Cup is going to be theirs. Ka-chow. Vroom, vroom. And he only played one game for New Zealand, and that was last year before this one. And with a real momentum sweep, can New Zealand keep it up? Asako gets the ball here, and into the ground he goes. We drop into the chat with another commenter here saying 50-0 again. Honestly, Legend, it wouldn't shock me if it ended up being 50-0 again with how this is going right now. This is a very one-sided game as it stands here. Still 16 minutes to go, though, in the first half. Maybe Samoa can bounce back. And Dylan Brown held on the halfway here. Now to the right, Fisher Harris fights his way to White here. And White held on the 40 now. 2 tackles left in the tackle. Forward, backwards around here. And on the 30 here, forward with a very high kick in the air here. And on the 10, that's off Samoa. That's off Samoa forward. Knocked back. I'd like to see... Okay, all right. I'd like to... Wow, okay, all right. Samoa's ball. Let's watch it. Righto. Samoa on their own 40. Now to the left here. And here's Freaky Molo. Down the left. Round to middle. Haas around Blaze Talangi here. Just stepping around here nicely, Blaze. Luai clears it in the air here. Over to the left side now. And the Kiwis have to... Oh, that's a knock-on. That's a clean knock-on. It's a double knock-on. No try for Samoa, surely, because of the double. And it looks like Samoa should get the ball anyways, though, from right in front. It was a very interesting call, Andrew. It was a very interesting call before. Yeah, scrum feed. And they'll have a whole heap of time to get their first try of the day. Ah, it's always the simple kicks. And it was a bit of a dog's breakfast, that entire play. Joe Tarpany here. Now to the left here. Adjusting nicely there, the New Zealand defence. Samoa now. Harris Tavita over to the right here. Freaky Molo down the middle. He looked for that offload, but he decided against it. Fought his own demons. Junior Paolo from dummy half here. And Paolo caught neatly in it. And here they go. Luai kicking it nicely. Here it's going to be a try for Samoa here. Absolutely brilliant there from the Brisbane Bronco, Dean Mariner. One of the highest NRL 2025 finals try scorers there. Gives himself a career moment, mate. A defining. There you go. 12-4, and his international career kicks off hard. Absolutely brilliant. How's that 50-0 looking now, you cocky Kiwis? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think it's looking very nice at all right now. Nah, you know what? Never mind. It's looking amazing, all right? Because the try will be taken away totally. Samoa goes insane for their boys in blue. Yeah, scored 2 tries in the grand final to win over the Storm here. Step, fend, score, pass. He's got everything. Dean Mariner. And the battle of the fours is real here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Casey McLean versus Dean Mariner. 4 versus 4. Blaze Talangi now. Goal kicker today for Samoa. Former Parramatta Eels fullback. Got a brother currently playing in the Para Juniors. Kicking over into the middle. He's got it. He's got it. And just a converted try separates these two teams in this one here. 12-6. Bleep, bleep, bloop. Celebrate a do. Absolutely brilliant there. Toa Samoa are not done yet. They refuse to give up. Just got to clap it, don't you? Could you imagine Ryder doing goal kicking? Bro, Ryder doing goal kicking? I want to see it, man. I want to see it. Come on, Ryder Talangi, get up there, bro. Do the kicking, man. I mean, come on. Come on, legends. You just got to look up Ryder. It has to. Luai. Over to the right now. Sua. Pushes forward here. Let's go try time. Let's go try time, baby. Wait, Samoa. My Samoan mate would be happy right now. He probably would be, legends. I think anyone who's somewhat Samoan should be happy. 12-6. Junior Paolo down the middle now, and we're going to wrap it up to the final tackle. No, we're not, as Junior gets the pass, and Talangi steps around here, skips around here, skip to his loo. And Luai, nice heist in the kick here. Look at the chasers, C&K, with so much pressure on him. They're enormous stuff, and it looks like Nano's hurt himself in the chase for it. He was determined to make that a try. Pinching it out of the fullback's grasp in that situation was his goal. And, if he was offside, he would have got it. To the right. Aaron Clark made the NRL Team of the Year. Dalium Lock of the Year, to be specific there. Held behind the 40. Whoa, that chase from Nato. It was an intense chase, man. It just didn't work out for him. And on the 10-meter line, Roger Tuivasa second now. And just stepping around here. And goes again here with a few steps around. Luai sets it up for his good mate there, Brian Toto. And Toto with the big hit there. Sets it up hard here. Moses Leota. It looks like he wants an uppercut given here. Big Nelson Asofa Solomona on the sideline. To the right. I'm pretty sure he is playing back row, which is crazy when you consider that Junior's playing where he is. Tongo goes for Taulangi down the side here to the right. Good for you, legend. A kick, it'll go through the heads. Luai pokes one and Asako gets it. To get a 7-tackle set here. Look at Foreign in the last stages of his career. He looks puffed. And big Nelson Asofa Solomona is officially on the field here. Oh, no. Oh, no. Get ready. Something's going to happen. Something big's going to happen. Let's watch it. And Big Nass. And over to the right here. Tomoko. Tamoko's to Smoko. Going to town, big boy. Clark. 25 out now. Forward. Passes back for Nass. And here he goes. Seems to be their little secret weapon here. Nass off the bench. Now to the right. Kieran Forward to CNK here. Finds the pass. And Asako tries to flop around here. He couldn't do it. Held up by Samoa somehow. And you would have thought they should have got it. Just watching it. RTS there. Good stuff. Brilliant defense. And Samoa to the right here. Isaac Tungo now. Tungo runs forward here. High standards. Great defense. 12-6. It's turning to be a tough, close game here. I still would argue overall New Zealand have been the better team, but Samoa have done a job. And Sua takes that up nicely. And inside the 40, it's a long kick. It's getting away from Chance. He's kept it in, but nobody's there. And Samoa have scored a try. Sasagi. That is absolutely terrible from New Zealand. Nobody's back. Nobody's back. And we go from the definition of defense to the definition of a dog's breakfast. The cracks are real. The glass is broken. And it is 10-12 with a kick to come here. Here it is off the kick here. And he struggles to keep it in, Klokstad. He has not had his best game, Klokstad. And there is no New Zealand defense that could stop it. At that point, you just let it go out, I feel, with how this game was going. And instead of just growling it, he picks it up and he runs under the post. And in just a conversion, they may got it. They may have got their equaliser. Hard-working Simi Sasagi. Indeed, man. Indeed. Almost too easy. It was an incredible kick. Completely threw him off. And CNK just couldn't stop him. The fact that they had the time for him not to have to ground it and just improve the angle. And sometimes, as hard as it is to believe, that hard work pays off. Unfortunate there's no defense there. Not saying it's Chance's fault, but if he could do it again, Legend, he would absolutely let it go out. There should be people wrapping up there. It's unfortunate. And it was a really good kick. It was a really good kick. There was a few factors against him there that you just can't script. Which idiot said Kiwis would win easy? Oh, I don't know, man. Maybe it was someone called Liu. A weird Lou spelling of L-I-W. Oh, you're a Muppet, man. You're a Muppet, man. You're a Muppet, man. What did I just say? I said the defense should be there, you Muppet. That includes Ronaldo Mulitalo. Listen, you Muppet. Over through the middle here. Samoa. And Jeremy Marshall King behind the line here. Right to the left here, Payne Haas with the big arm up. And Defoe White will get it. Yeah, I'm agreeing with you, Muppet. Then why you say nah, bro? Nah indicates no. It should be this. Muppets. Payne Haas. Fire. Samoa get themselves over to the halfway line now. Boy, you said about the defense. All right, McLean. All right, here we go. CNK got the ball back here. Likely story, man. Likely story. Tomoko now. Held. Samoa get it back. Get off him faster, Payne. Brilliant turnaround this by Samoa. Coming back from a 12-0 deficit to make it 12-all. Solomona here. Now to the left, Nufu White. White off the back of it here. 3.5 minutes left till halftime here. Oh, dinner. Sure, man. Sure. Why not? Bring it on. Run down to the side. McLean. McLean for a hat trick. No, he's going to kick it low. It's brilliant. Forward and Papali'a there. But Luai was there faster, and he clears it out of play. My only fear is I reckon you'd put something in the dinner. Absolute class kick there from Jerome Luai. And shortish, not short, but shortish, and on the 20. Nearly popped off there, but Asako managed to get it. Honestly, 40 had him beat. Me too, Andrew. Me too, man. Just not quite, right? 10 meters out now, the Kiwis. On the second, over to the left here. Fisher Harris and Big Nas knocks it on here. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck looking to counter here. Nas gets him down. Beautiful defense there from the New Zealand Kiwis. Definitely not the first kick choice I would have made earlier, but Samoa managed to get away with it. No tries been conceded off of it. They remain 12-all. I wonder if for fun you'd want to go for a kick to see if you can get that lead at halftime, eh? I'm disappointed Nas hasn't been sent for 10. Mate, give it time. Give it time. This is Nas we're talking about, bro. He probably will. Sewer, over to RTS. That's a risky pass here. Tago now. Fourth one. 2 touches left. Down the middle now. Sasagi. Troy says, hello, everyone. Just dropping by to say what a good game at the moment. Hello, Troy. Welcome to the stream, mate. Even if it is just for a moment. Absolutely. What a good game we have at the moment, man. It's a really enjoyable matchup right now between these two teams. Hopefully it just gets better from here, especially with the second half to come up after this. Asako goes around here. Now over to Tomoko. And Matthew Tomoko forward. To the left. Defoe White. I'll tell you, bro. I'll tell you, Walshy. Don't worry, man. Jeremy Marshall King. Over to the right here. Nearly gets past the 40. He does. Defoe White there. Could go for a 2-point shot, but they are thinking try New Zealand here. Finds the offload here. McLean to forward here. Forward. Finds it. Through the hands they go, and Clark knocks it on here. And there was a touch by Samoa is the call. New Zealand feed, pack the scrum. Let's watch it. Yeah, there was a touch from Jeremiah Nene. And Samoa are going to have to defend for 21 seconds. Wrap it up to halftime here. It's a great attacking opportunity here down the center field. They could go to the right, but they go to the 2 to the left. McLean's out there. Mulatalo finds McLean here. They've only got time for one more play after this, probably. Who wants to play it quickly? 5 seconds to go. Forward. Had to be quick. It was Brown. Low kick. It's a try for New Zealand. It's set up kindly. Kindly for Matthew Tomoko. The Tosmoko show is on full display here. 16-12, and New Zealand will go into the break in the lead off of a brilliant kick from Dylan Brown. Dillbags just showing his class with that. What a player. 16-12 with a kick to come. And with this kick, we will decide how far they trail at halftime. Where did Dillbags pull that out? We pulled it out of his little fatty pack, bro. You know, his little purse. Nah, he got it out the firework, bro. And the passion is real. A Raiders fan cheering in the crowd. It's always good to see your players performing well on the international stage, speaking from fans. Usually it's Mitchell Moses at the Eels doing that kind of kicking. Dylan Brown, not that kind of stuff from him usually. Isako from the sideline now. With some deep breaths. To take the kick. It's hooking, it's sideways. And that's halftime in this one. The hook, a bit too much. 16-12 is the score as we enter the halftime break here. Couldn't play like that. He could play like that sometimes for us, but not that kind of kicking. He didn't do that kind of kicking, no. That was some rabbit out of the hat stuff. He definitely got that out of his money bag he has from the Knights. Oh, yeah, absolutely, man. He funded it, bro. The Knights are funding that play right there from him. In fact, they probably went, hey, bro, you have to do this, and we'll give you a bonus, all right? We'll give you a bonus if you play well because it hypes you up more for us. Come on, bro. Space. Half time. Show. With your host, TJC Sports. How y'all doing? Isako was an idiot. So glad the Broncos got rid of him. Yeah, I think he's much happier at Dolphins and you're much happier without him, right? You won the comp legend. That's something special. You're probably going to have to get off a high of that eventually, right? No, never forget about it. I would never personally forget about it. I mean, come on. It's special. Comps don't come around every day, legends. When they do, you got to make the most of them. Not that I know the experience of it, but I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing from bloody Dillback so far today. All right, he's got more than 20 touches in this game, and what's he done with them? He's done some absolutely brilliant moments. And you may go, "Oh, what are you talking about? He did that kick, so what?" Well, if you ignore just that kick, all right, okay, let's not just look at the kick, all right. He also did a great charge down. He did a great. He's done some great movement through the middle, and well, most importantly, that kick. All great stuff. Dylan Brown is having a good game for New Zealand. He is, Liam, absolutely, probably one of his best. And so far, neither try scorer prediction is correct here. One of you said Blaze will score. One of you said Payne Haas will score. Technically, you said Payne Haas will score first, but he did. But he can't score first for either team. So we're going to have to just say that the first try scorer part of that prediction is wrong. But hopefully, we could see ourselves getting a potential try scoring moment for Payne Haas and Blaze in the second half. Eh? What about it here? By the way, we're enjoying the stream, legends. As we're at halftime, consider hitting that like button and subscribing if you're new to keep up with the legendary content as it keeps floating your way like a butterfly. He's one of the best curve kickers of all time, bro. I don't know what you're on about, Anna. Oh, he's a great kicker. There's no doubt about that. I think he's capable of some really poor games. I think he's capable of seasons where he fades into the background a bit, and I feel like he can try to be the hero a bit too often. But ultimately, he's a professional rugby league player for a reason. He has talent, and there was a reason that one year he had such a good year for the Dolphins. Personally, I think the thing about Osako is that I wouldn't trade him for your current choices. I think that a forward of any team will score today. That's the big call for Andrew. So I think the Panthers will be much better next season. Well, it depends how you look at it, because is making a preliminary final not as good as previous year? Well, no, it isn't. They won, but for me, there's. Even if they made the grand final and won it, it wouldn't be much better than the year they had this year. The fact that they went from last to making a prelim is absolutely unbelievable. For me, I'd say they'll be improved next year. I don't know if they'll be way better, but I think they'll be that you could see them at another grand final next year, the Panthers. I reckon they'll be taking the Storm spot as the Storm look to rebuild a little. Samoa versus New Zealand on the poll so far. 52% of you going with Samoa to win this one. 48% going New Zealand. At the moment, the team that's lower on the poll is winning, but you don't know. Anyways, legends, give me about a minute or two. I'll be right back, all right? Appreciate you guys very, 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 very much. All right, there we go. And we are back. Whoa, lots of chat, right? There we go. He's worse than under pressure. That sure is. Had to put with too long at Bronx. Glad to see him go. Welcome back, says Andrew Backhouse. Thank you very much, Andrew. Thank you, legend. Thank you. You two might have to just agree to disagree on the whole Walshy thing, legends. All right, because clearly don't have the same opinions. I'm not going to say who's right or wrong on the stream. You know who you are. But yeah, I don't think you're going to find an agreement there between you on Asako. At the end of the day, yeah, I know you're talking about Asako, legend. That's why I'm saying, you know, how do I put it? You can remember at the end of the day that you're both Broncos fans. You both celebrated your team winning the comp, right? Like, you know, there's some pretty silly Billy Para fans, I'll tell you, legends, all right? As much as I love Para, there are some pretty silly Billy Para fans. You know, like, I feel like I could have a debate till the end of time with even Mr. Backhouse. You know what I mean? Like, for me personally, you know, there are so many decisions and thoughts I have about players where my boy Andrew and people will be like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know about your thoughts there. I know something that Andrew would probably disagree with that I feel is that I don't believe that Lomax going to R360 for money is the exact same as the Dylan Brown thing personally. But like, ultimately, we're still Para fans and we still want what's best for Para. And we're still cheering. We're still going to cheer on Para. We're just going to have something where we have a different view on Para and the news around it. You get what I mean, legends? Like, it's just how it is. Right? Us supporters, we're not going to always think the same way, but that's something also that's really what really makes fans unique. You know what I mean, legends? Because like, if we were all the exact same, there's nothing to debate. Exactly. It's good to have a disagreement. Nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with that at all. I love it. You know, I love the debates. I'm just giving my word into it for you. Like, ultimately, you know, it would just be, what would be the point in things like, as much as you can argue that they harm the sport, what would be the point in the media? What would be the point in us bothering to form any meaningful bonds? You know, what would be the point in even being loyal to something if we were all the exact same, right? We all have our story and find where we build our morals and what we view and what our expectations are, and it's all unique and special and varies from person to person. You know, it kind of plays in that whole too. You know, what will offend some won't offend others, and vice versa. You know. Big people agree on you, bro. Awesome, legend. Awesome. I like it, bro. Keep it going. Keep it going, man. I agree with myself. Shocker, I know. That's right. TJC agrees with himself. World will be boring if we all agreed. Exactly, Andrew. Exactly. And then also, who are we gonna, guys? I don't know about you, but who are we gonna like complain about? Like, oh man, you know, I can't believe this guy thinks that way. How are we not gonna, you know, like, how are we? Who are we gonna complain about? Right? We need something to complain about, man. All right, I'm petty like that. I need something to not be happy about. Come on. You can't be perfect. You can't be a perfect life as an Eels man. Absolutely, that's fine, Welshie. Absolutely, that's fine, bro. I'm happy with that. Absolutely, Andrew. We just lit up the Treff Walshy eye. You did. You lit it up, bro. You set it off going. No, Walshy, I think that's smart from you. That's smart from you. Go with shorts over videos, bro. For me personally, I don't think videos are a smart idea for clips sort of things. You should go with shorts in the modern era because, all right, okay, I'm going to go into content creator mode with this, but the attention span of the modern audience isn't what it was when I was the age of the modern audience, which meant, all right, like I'm not old, but like when I was at the demo where I find a lot of my viewers, they were in there. What do I say? I was like, you know, when I was under 13, I'd say, right? The demographic, plenty of YouTube videos, most of them there wasn't really, shorts wasn't really a thing. And we had like, how do I say this? We watched about 10-minute videos, right? 10, 15-minute videos a lot. All right. Or even hours of content on top of that. But the modern person, it's usually a TikTok and Insta, right? You reel, you go through, your attention span goes down to about a minute, right? And this is even given to like us modern people, like, you know, our modern selves, right? We're not the same as we were back then, being able to stay focused for that long, or at least a lot of people aren't. So ultimately, things like shorts are smarter from a if you're just looking at a growth rate kind of perspective, right? For attention space, you don't have to have too much in it for it to have substance in what people see of it. But the problem is with that also is that, like, well, you know, sometimes you can find yourself going a bit soulless with it. So ultimately, for me, I haven't fallen down using shorts too much on the channel as of yet. But like, who knows down the track what we will do. You get what I feel like that's about all I can say on that topic, but I think I've been very detailed with what I've said about it too, eh? Yeah, bro, I used to watch like an hour videos. Now I can't watch 5-minute videos, but I can still watch long streams. Exactly. It's strange. It's strange, man. But that's how warped the attention span it's gone. Well, that sack of potatoes buzz always causes controversy. He does, doesn't he? That bloody sack of potatoes. Speaking of sack of potatoes, we've got, all right. Okay, whoever doesn't get a prediction correct is crowned the ultimate sack of potatoes. Johnson's kid, Liam Pritchard. If you don't give a prediction, you're automatically just a sack of potatoes. New Zealand versus Samoa. Second half is almost underway, legends. So we're just going to make a few edits, change this to say second half and all that good stuff before we get underway here to wrap up our first stream of the Pacific Championships / Bowl. I gave a prediction. Did you, Andrew? What's your prediction? You said a forward will score in this game, didn't you? You said a forward will score in this game. All right, let's see if we can put that in the staffing. There we go. Easy. All right. Samoa kicks us off again here. And on the 10-meter line, New Zealand get it. CNK to Big Nelson Asofa Solomona here. Mona forward now. Mona held by Payne Haas. Bro, Payne Haas, what a warrior he is. Sorry, New Zealand Warriors, to get your hopes up. Not that kind of warrior. Already leg bleeding there to Smoko. Yes, I do, Legend. Yes, I do. I don't have it downloaded, though, at the moment, Legend. I deleted it for storage, but, like, I do play it. Just kind of on and off. I kind of rage quit that one time after I lost to bloody Morton, his dog. Over to Crossland now. Crossland forward. Now to the right here. Big Nas kicks it in the air here. And inside the boot here. SJ around now. Asako. Over to Nas here. Crossland bats it backwards to Isaiah Papali'i here. Isaiah Papali'i on the last now. Forward. Kicks it on here. Mulatalo. And he gets taken out there. But Samoa with the counter here. RTS through the side. And Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. Tongo. Held on around the 40 here. Round the middle now. Big Nelson kicking? You don't see that much. No, you don't, mate. No, you don't. You see me running out for Paramore, don't you? Play Robo 2K6, bro. Consider, honestly, maybe Legend, maybe. For some off-season stuff, right? Let's bring Parramatta to glory, eh? Nanai kicks it high in the air here. And Asako manages to get it. What a take from Jermaine Asako. Now to the left here, C&K here. Yeah, as we have in the bio as well, Legends, always feel free to suggest content you'd like to see as the viewers of the channel here, as you are the priority. Getting new viewers is nice, but prioritizing the old viewers is just as important. And Foreign suggesting a concussion here for C&K. I'd like to argue with the way that he's been going today. He's had a concussion the whole game. Unfortunately, just a bit of unluckiness to him here. C&K talking to the trainer. He put himself in this situation. Good idea, Spinker like. I didn't say that right, did I? No, you did not, Legend. No, you did not. You did not say that right. Not quite. Not quite how I would have put it, man. Shout out to our top 3 commenters on the stream so far. Andrew Zombie Backhouse at first place somehow, with Liam at second and Walshy Edits at third. And apparently somehow the ref has ruled all above board here as Samoa get the ball here. 45 out from the New Zealand defence's try line. And just steaming forward here. And in field possession for Samoa, they have plenty. Back to the left. Chanel Harris, Tavita, Talangi, Luai, Nanai. And the referee blows a penalty here for Samoa. They may be trailing for now, but it doesn't seem like it'll be for long. They're talking about how they're going to play this. They're obviously going to go for the try. It's just about what their plan is for the setup of their attack. Let's watch it now. Taps from the 20. And through the middle, Molo just smashes on forward here. Molo goes to the ground now. Over to the left then. And with just a few steps, they'll get themselves over to the 10-meter. And it's good organisation in the attack from them. Payne Haas goes around here. Payne Haas wants to go for the try. Can't find it. Bit of extra to it. Blaze Talangi. Talangi alone here. Talangi held in the full set. Harris Tavita. Over to Luai. Luai finds the pass to Haas. Payne Haas forward now. Payne Haas held back in it here. Payne Haas couldn't break through. Harris Tavita to Sasagi. He's already got one. Flicks it out the back here. And the New Zealand Kiwis will get the ball back. Could have been a bobble from iPad, but he's fine. I reckon he got it. In and around here. Mulatalo. Pulled by the shirt hard there. And Matthew Tomoko now. Down to the right. Now Harris DeVito. Over to the right then. Aaron Clark. He's got the size on him. He's got the accolades with him. Not from his time at the Warriors or Titans, though. Neither does Boren from his time at the Warriors or Titans. Foreign kicks it over to RTS here. And sets it up nicely for Roger Tuivasa-Sheck there. A rocket that won't hit the moon, but maybe it'll hit the try line. Brian To'o, 4-time Premiership winner there. Over to 4-time Premiership winner Luai. Let's play a game. Premiership winners. Over to the left here. Jeremiah Nane. Looks for it here. Steps around to Sasagi. He's not going to get as lucky as that kick earlier. Big Nelson off the marker. And Luai here with the kick. It's a huge kick too, a huge effort there. And ends up with Osako now before Bronco. They're going to try and force him out of play here. The referee calls held before they can do anything with it there. And they'll end up on the chase. New Zealand now through the middle. Tomoko. What a center he is for the Canberra Raiders. Definitely one of the best. Shout out to Charles Klokstad with the most hit-ups and run meters in this game so far with 17. Notable mentions are Murray Talagi and Payne Haas with 14. Jermaine Osako trails with 13. To Matthew Tomoko, who we were just talking about, with 11. It's the right now with Kieran Foran. We'll kick it through the middle here. He's got the height on it, but it goes directly into Samoa's hands here. RTS almost breaks through. Isaiah Papali, the last line of defense, and you wonder if this was prime Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. Is he flying through for a try? Togo wrapped up nicely. And Murray Talagi. 2 tests for Australia in the last World Cup before switching over. I got no problem with Aussie switching to Samoa. Australia has enough lineups they can name. Samoa. Over to Talagi. Blaze Talagi. 20 years of age. Hits it over to the left here. And Osako gets it again here. Osako. No mistakes. He's got it every single time. And CNK with the speed here. Wrapped up in his own zone. We're going to need an opening. A flank down the left, down the right. It won't matter. Over to Nass. And a big collision is brewing here. He finds the offload to Phoenix Crossland. And the New Zealand Kiwis get a bit too ambitious. That's the knock on. Nash should have just held the ball. Samoa now on the 30. Mariner. Stepping around here. Playing across field and down he goes. Talagi. Remember, legends, we do also have the Ashes as well. Look forward to that. Samoa. Over to the left. Trying to lay the path here for a potential big try in this game here. Remember, they can take the lead if they score. Luai. Over to RTS, and here they go. Defensive stand, this one, New Zealand. A low kick, Luai, Tongo, and Dylan Brown putting the D in defense, and Dylan turning the attack to Brown. Dill Bags, well, a dropout. And absolutely brilliant from him. Dylan Brown, ladies and gentlemen. It's a long kick here, and Luai gets the ball, passes it over to Molo. And the penalty. Instant penalty there. Always. And that's not because of Nelson, but, you know, Nelson's involved in the tackle, just putting it out there. Defoe, unfortunately, just a bit too... Yeah, shoulder. Definitely. Well, you just can't be doing that, unfortunately, in the modern game, right? And what do? Don't go for the 2, you fool, Chanel. Yeah. Now tapping and going, that elusive penalty goal they considered, but no. They want the try. Payne Haas. Hard and strong through the middle. And they take him down. Harris to Vita, to Luai, to Tulagi, to the right. Tulagi, Murray Tulagi with the acrobatics. Did he get it? I don't think he's confident about it. They're going up as no try to the bunkie here. He wasn't celebrating too hard. I don't think he's managed it. And if he has, well, he just doesn't believe in himself enough. Lack of self-confidence will get you. Yeah, that's never a try. That's never a try. Firstly, it's possibly a knock on. Secondly, it's on the complete outside of the field. I think we'll be all right, Legend. I feel like it'll be take some getting used to, because Dylan Brown was the definition of Parramatta in everything about him. But I think overall for both our futures, it'll be okay. Dylan ultimately, with the family he supports, just couldn't. He wasn't going to be allowed to reject an offer like that. You know, he's still forever 800, as he says. So it'll be such a shame, but like ultimately it is what it is. Joe Ash is coming through. We're developing him to be potentially our 5'8". You know, if we manage to get Pezzett, I'd take him as the 5'8". You know, like we're not quite sold exactly on how our 5'8" would be, but we're not completely. I think overall long term it'll be fine for both of us. Brianna says hi. Hey Brianna, long time no see. Hello, welcome to the stream, Legend. Good to have you here. And here's the obstruction call here against New Zealand, apparently. The attacking team. It's against the attacking team. Yeah, Nelson. Nelson's there. He wasn't watching where he is. And he's made a huge error for the Kiwis. It's fine, Legend. It's good to have you here now. No hard feelings at all. Yeah, I've heard about R360. Oh, no, Legend. Trust me. All right, I've heard about R360. I mean, Zach Lomax has links to that, you know. Yeah, can the NRL ban plates? Well, it's a slippery slope, man. It's a slippery slope. For me personally, I don't think they can just say definitively, oh yeah, 10 years for this. But what they can argue is that we don't have to let you back in. For me personally, they can decide that they're not going to let you in for 10 years. They legally can't. I don't know if they can put that necessarily on a doco, but for me personally, Legend, I don't blame them for not wanting them to come back. You know, I mean, like it's harming our game in a way, but they also just want that bag, right? They're setting themselves up. I don't necessarily hate anyone that jumps over there, but I also don't blame the NRL for being harsh with players about them jumping over there. You know, at the end of the day, I think we forget sometimes, as much as we're typically normal people, us rugby league supporters, it is a business at the end of the day, the sport as a whole. And it's a rival business. It's a rival business. You know, it's like you can't disclose company secrets if you jump from working at Coca-Cola to Pepsi. I know that sounds weird, but like that's kind of my example, I guess. Forward, over to Asako. Held on the ground here. Personally, in short, I'm not a fan of our 360 Legend at all. Phoenix Crossland. Over to Isaiah Papali'i. Isaiah Papali'i around here. Wrapped up nicely there by Molo. And, Crossland crossing forward here. Awkward lift on the leg there from Junior. He's very lucky that the player didn't play for that. Eric Clark. Oh, not bad for a player named Chanel, that tackle. Now over to the left here, and on the 10-meter line, Brian To'o. And Nikura again leads the chase here down the side. They are, bro. First it's soccer, now soccer, football. Now it's this. They won't stop till they have us all. They're going to be buying the creators next, man. Intercept nearly thrown there, but they managed to keep it going, Samoa here. And Tongo through the middle here. Had to tackle there, the Kiwis. Tarpany with the crucial T. RTS. Speaking of R360 earlier, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck considered the most likely player to be jumping over. Get that bag at the end of his career. Tulagi with a very long kick over to the right, and it ends up on the 10. Over to the wing here, McLean. Absolutely opened up Samoa in the last half, and the player that he fended staying down. Goodness me. Surely not, man. He's been very clear about his care for Brisbane. He's got a daughter. You know, I don't think moving over to Saudi Arabia to do our 360s really is big, you know. I don't watch Union. I don't watch Union either, man. I won't watch to stay in league. League's my thing, you know. It's my jam. It's what I like. I'm going to guarantee you most people that watch this channel don't watch Union. There's probably some, but most won't, legends. Anyways, after we get this bloody McDonald's ad, we can continue on. It's Spider-Man and Batman in the crowd. And some random South fan, and then an Eels fan, and now Samoan fans again. And somebody in drag. This is international footy, folks. Glitz and glamour all around. That the All Blacks deal. Yeah, nah, I don't see him going to the All Blacks at all, Walshy. I don't see him going to the All Blacks at all, man. Personally, for me, I think you just got to look at what Walshy said about Brisbane. If he gets offered enough, who knows? But for me personally, I don't see Reece going there unless he truly just wants to values just the money and not family, you know. He's already in the All Blacks, bro. In a way, he already is, legend, true. But he's not at the real one. Oh, I can't wait for them. The free tests of the Ashes series. One of them at the end of October, the other two during November. It's going to be legendary. You got to stay up all night, guys. You got to stay up all night. Consider it a bit of a party. International footy. Just vibes differently, doesn't it? And New Zealand just... The try so far in this game here. Yes, we do have a pause in the game right now, legend, between McLean, who wrapped them with the first two tries of the game here. His second one was a lot more impressive than his first. His first was good, but his second, he just completely barged through them. And then Samoa bounced back really well with one of the tries was very lucky, but this first try, just great stuff from Dean Mariner all around here. And then, of course, we had an amazing kick from Chanel, which, unfortunately, Mulatalo wasn't there to defend. And Sasagi goes, see you later. I'm taking this over to the middle.
This is live from Wembley Stadium, Sunday, 12:30 a.m. It's going to be legendary. I can't wait to see how that lineup goes on the day. Deep breaths, TJC. Deep breaths, Ariola. Who is her? Honestly, legend, I'm not certain. I looked away for a few months, but it feels like we're stuck in a break for a bit as clearly something's up. But as you said, as you brought up earlier, I just don't see Walsh going to All Blacks, man. Like, if he does, I'm wrong. But for me personally, I see him as just a Brizzy player. Firm, loud, proud Brizzy. Like, there's even at Warriors, he was clear he's a Brizzy man. Yeah, injury here. You never want to see this. A really big fend. Just too much for him. Every precaution is being taken here to make sure he's okay. Probably won't be playing again today. Hopefully he can make a quick recovery, though, and come back soon during this tournament. Ariola Atta Mariotta. It's Atta Mariotta, folks. Honestly, though, as we pause for the final 24 minutes and 30 seconds of this game, what a game we have had. It's been a very tight one. There's definitely not a solid, obvious winner. That was the problem with the Prime Minister's game, right, legends? Yeah, 2 players have passed away on the field in the NRL. That is true, legend. But that's just because of how rough our sport is. It happened. You hear about it all the time in the junior systems too. You hear about it all the time. It's just how it is. You can't stop it. I love it when they zoom at the passionate kids. Nothing like getting behind your nations. Absolutely huge. Couldn't wait. It's all precautionary here. Shout out to Payne Haas. Most meters gained in this one, 146 so far. Wonder what time it is right now in New Zealand, actually, at Go Media Stadium, legends. Really, is that true? Isn't that a funny little fact I never knew? As a Manchester United fan, I never knew that. Ryan Giggs for Man United, his most idolised favourite sportsman was Mal Meninga. Rugby league reaches more than we think. Both absolute legends of their sports, right? God, it's taken a while when they're jumping to the news. A-legends, right? Haaland. He's going to get injured versus United just like his dad at the Etihad. Haaland. Gonna break his kneecaps. Gonna break his kneecaps. City won't pay their tax. Haaland. Oh, absolutely, he's in a bad way, legend, but it is what it is. We wish him well. It was very strong. You know, it was a heavy hit. It was definitely a heavy fend on him. There's no doubt about that, Legends. It was a heavy fend. It's rough. It's rough like that sometimes. You know, it doesn't have to be something that big to cause a proper injury. It's kind of the scary thing about our game, and it's why you kind of, you know, I feel like, you know, there's a reason people call us crazy when we don't have all the protection stuff like pads and things. Has any international match like this gone to Golden Point? Depends on the series, man. I feel they kind of jump between extra time and Golden Point and these kind of things. But everybody give a clap to Mariotta as he comes off from the field. Credit where it's due to the man. Absolutely sickening. And we should finally be able to get on with it. All right. Over to the right here, Crossland. Will it be myself? Good for you, George. He's passed out. Yeah, it's not good. I remember when Corey Wahiranara got his injury. That was a rough time to watch too, when he was shaking and all that. You know, I remember a certain person we do not speak of on this channel that said, "Oh, he's fine. He'll be backing up with him. It's how it goes with the game." But he never played rugby league again properly. You know, it just happens sometimes. Forward on the back fence here with a long kick here. And it ends up with RTS. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck forward now. Luai over to the right here, and through the middle is Brian To'o. To'o in this game. Oh yeah, the Knights player against Storm's a big one, but I wasn't live streaming that one live, Legend. But you know, because obviously I was a bit young when that happened. But that one was, yeah, that one was really rough. There, it's why we have the spear tackle rule in our game so heavily looked at. Luai Tanane. Back around. And it's a long clearance from Luai. And out it goes. The referee's going to blow his whistle, though, here. He's not impressed with what he saw. A penalty for Samoa. A late tackle from Isaiah Papali'i. He's not happy with it, but... yeah, it was... It's definitely something I doubt Smith was proud of. It's definitely something I doubt Smith was proud of. Samoa and New Zealand. Bloody hell, my brain is just not braining right now. Stop milking penalties, Legends. Stop milking penalties. Bro, he wasn't... Look, to be fair, in Cameron's defense, if you actually look at the game, there were multiple awkward tackles done by the Knights on the Storm players. But ultimately, they didn't cause that kind of damage. What Cameron did was wrong, but the end of the day, as long as the guy who got injured is okay with it, ultimately, I think it's fine. You know, like, but I do agree. I wouldn't have been impressed. It's a bit disappointing from Cameron. Luai to Milo. And Milo. Yeah, no, he's in a wheelchair, bro. I know. What I'm saying is that, for me personally, we're not the victims. The victim's word, victim. I know. The word victim feels wrong, but like, he's the one in the chair. He gets to decide whether he's okay with Cameron or not. You know what I mean, Legend? Like, ultimately, we don't really get to decide that. We can say, oh, we think it was wrong, but like, we're not the ones that got the injury. Anyways, oh my goodness me, Murray Taulagi there for Samoa, and we may have an equalizer here. The referee, though, says no try at the moment here. All right, bunker decision is pending right now. His boot touches the ground. His boot touches the line. His boot touches the line. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. And it's no try! 16-12 it remains. He stepped on the line. Nearly got his revenge, Walshy, but he had to step on the damn line. What a try it would have been! Like, what the heck? So, what the... Oh, my God. I can't believe it. I can't believe that actually happened. And New Zealand... I don't know exactly what they wanted New Zealand to do there, though. I mean, they were fine to me, but Samoa get themselves a penalty, and they're going to be on the 10-meter line, luckily enough for them. Sua with a set-up play. The light's really taken over. Junior to Luai. And Dean Mariner sets off. And they got him there, wrapped him up nicely. That should have been a report, not a penalty. Agreed. Should have been a report, not a pen, but that's what they've ruled. The amount of times that I think they should have gone wider and times I should have thought they should have gone harder. Paydas. Junior. Talagi. And RTS should probably just take the tackle to not risk an obstruction call. 2 tackles left. Talagi to Junior. And how's this? Banane. And he passes it backwards into the Kiwi, who's just doing a tackling motion. And even then it goes backwards. And New Zealand get the ball. Probably don't have the time today, Legend, but maybe in the future. Yeah, sure. Great desperation on their try line there from New Zealand to hold Samoa back there. And they managed to keep their lead that they established right on the cusp of half-time at 16-12. And this has been some game here so far. Crosses over to Fisher-Harris. And James Fisher-Harris there. 35 metres. Hits it to the far right now. And 25 metres out, he's going to go over to the 30 here. Brian To'o. Now it's about 33, 34 metres. Back to the right. Ari Taulagi here. Could have scored a couple of tries on this one. Instead, he's got Zilch. Back over to Togo here. 4 premierships for him. And he's knocked the ball on. Yeah, and Dylan Brown celebrates. His popped ear looks a little injured. But Samoa with the error. And I've got a strange feeling next try, the last try in this one, all right, is going to be a huge one. Whether it's Samoa or New Zealand, whoever scores next, I think it changes how this game goes completely. Good tackle there from Dylan. And playing again here, New Zealand through the middle now for Togo. Here we go. McLean, Casey McLean to Fisher-Harris. Good pass there. Always takes them on. Doesn't usually pass though. And it's 6 more there. An even better result. Backfiring down the right here. Matthew Tomoko. Tomoko now. Boom. But he's taken that one off there. And Weiss just ducking under it, the initial. Inside the red zone here. Foreign gets the work done over to Papali'i here, and Isaiah Papali'i is held. Sewer over to Crossland. Plays with it around here. Tarpany with the offload as well. Oh! It was attempted and touched. And he may have caught him high here, chance. I think he was going for the intercept rather than the tackle. I don't think there was a... Oh! It's totally accidental, but it is a hand straight to the face. It should be a penalty on report, I reckon, this. Penalty on report would be my call for this one. Referee blows this. They're going to go for the 2 here, surely, New Zealand. Yeah. Let's see here. Do you know who Bob O'Reilly is? Yeah, Bob O'Reilly, absolutely. 60s, 70s, yeah. Right, Parramatta Eels player. I don't know. I think he played for some other clubs, but Parramatta Eels, right? Just careless, unfortunately, there, and CNK is off. They'll take the shot here, the Kiwis. They want that converted try lead. I know my para players, man. I know my para players. You know, it's a bit funny when I think 1 second. Okay, I'm past the quiz now, so I'm just gonna say, yeah, it's a bit easier when they played over 100, in total over between his first and second stints with Para, over 200 games with Para. It was a bit before my time, but like anything that goes into the 80s, I'm much better with. But Osako, 2 out of 3 goals tonight. Number 2. To score a crucial 2. Change the rhythm of the game. Make Samoa's comeback just that little bit harder. 18-12. He adds the 2 to the board here. And that 2 is better than 200 Bob O'Reilly appearances. 18-12. Pat yourself on the back, son. Blake Salagi now takes the kick. And New Zealand, honestly, defense might be their key in the final 16 minutes. Moses Leota! Penrith v Parramatta here. And he goes forward here. Over to the middle here. James Fisher Harris here. Nice flick pass over here. And back to Moses Leota there. Piss off, Andrew. Junior Barlow. And the lock. No. Over to Crossland here. And out of dummy half here. Moving around. Who was the inaugural Broncos fullback? I couldn't know that, bro. Flew out of the line. Look at Tarpany go to Dylan Brown. On the pass here. Moving around here. Alan Carr. Colin Scott, bruh. Colin Scott! Alan Carr. I'm guessing he was a Bronco legend. back over through the middle. Over to the 20. Back around, RTS here. Roger to Avasa Shek now. Finds his way, kicks it far, over to the right now. It's going. On to the 30 here. Back rower and second rower. Good stuff there, back rower. Front and back. He can do it all for you, lads. Don't get too many ideas. Yeah, let's go a little. I will warn that, legends. Go a little easy on me. We got to remember at the end of the day, right? I am not using Google and stuff, and like these are all like, if we're talking 90s to even to a very very early before 2005, you know, anything before 2005, like I've had to do my research to know it. Over to the right, goes around here. There you go. That's easy. Oh my god, yeah. No, I know Darren Lockyer, man. He plays for Manly, doesn't he? Yeah. He looks like he might be a bird. Yeah, absolutely. Darren Lockyer, the Sea Eagle. That rings a bell. No, he's the London Bronco now, isn't he? Brian Toto around here. Dean Mariner stepping around. 13 minutes left on the clock here. A converted try changes the difference here. But a Samoa penalty soon could change everything. Togo down the side here. Flick pass to Murray Talangi here. Talangi looks for the pass. And it's a crucial tackle from Joseph Tapani, one of the best in his position. Probably a little under talked about in the last 12 months to 18 months. Luai takes off. Gets through with hesitation. Lealu has come on. RTS through the middle. Samoa here. And fifth tackle. Talangi, Tago. Through the head, so it goes backwards, they say, and it's kicked straight into Dylan Brown. It was an NFL team. You thought it was an NFL team until you realised, hang on, it's London. I was like, what does Darren know about NFL? Yep, London. It's officially part of America, confirmed. Good old London. The streets of London. With Paddington Bear and Marmalade. With the Big Ben clock. And where Arsenal and I think Spurs play. As well as a few other clubs. Good old London. TikTok, Chicago. Papali'i. Through the middle here, Junior Paolo. Samoa, they've got some energy in them. Be a huge moment for them if they could get that equaliser with such little time. 11 minutes. Talangi. Tanane. Change of direction here. Third tackle now. Not really, legend. Not really. Which is crazy because I'm Victorian, I know, but I'm a bit whatever about AFL. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I think it's... I don't think it's a terrible sport, but I don't think that it's... I don't obsess over it like to the degree of NRL. I could not tell you any stats about it to the same level that I do NRL. Probably couldn't tell you, legend, who I'd support. You know, it's a bit tough. Luai. Over to the right, Talangi. Tago. And Murray Talangi is over. He's over. We're not done. We're not done yet. Samoa is still in it. Samoa is still in it. The absolute minimum. The probability
The impossibility has become reality. Off an absolutely brilliant tackle. Tago with a no-look pass, really. Spins around, goes for it. And we have a conversion to decide if we are all square. And that try, you just got to say, has been teased at us for almost the entire game. And in front of the Samoan fans, to the crowd, he does it. So passionate. And they just need the kick. Blaze Talagi with all the pressure on him, I reckon. 12 tries in 15 games. A good connection there from two Penrith Panthers over to the Cowboy on the wing here. So happy you finally got his try. Finally! Made us wait too long, but he finally did it. Finally made all the difference in the world. We needed the cookies on it. From the sideline here, behind the 20. Blaze Talagi. A huge moment. Bit of pre-kick ritual here. It doesn't get much more pressuring than this. Maybe a grand final for kicking, but this is something. Blaze Talagi. From the sideline, the breeze is on it. Through the routine. He's got it! It's perfection! Well, of course he doesn't kick a lot. He's got Cleary and a bunch of other good kickers in his team, but there you go. 18 all. We have 8 minutes and 45 seconds to go! And next try wins. Scratch that. Next point might win. Tulagi just knew he was scoring as soon as he got the ball then. Oh, he just knew it, man. He just knew it. He didn't even question himself. He had that feeling it was coming. And so he should have. New Zealand. With the clearance over to the right here. And Molo looks for the... Oh! Big hit to open it up here in this set here. Oh, good. Holy. Then over to Togo here. Isaac Togo. Down the middle here. He's a champion, that boy. Kicking under that pressure is the quality of a real champion. So true, Will. So true. Blaze, you know, I can't say completely for his time at Penrith, though I did see him a couple times this year. But at Parramatta, you know, he's a good one. On field, off the field, it doesn't matter. Blaze is a champion. All right? And he fully, in my opinion, nobody's taken the tee off the middle there. He fully deserves everything. Oh, no! Oh, no! It would have been brilliant here for Samoa. But it's a knock-on from Dean Mariner here. But yeah, essentially, Blaze Talangi's only 20, I think, and he's going to be a superstar, Will. He's going to be a superstar. He's already good, but he's going to be a superstar, man. It's unfortunate Para couldn't keep him because we were keeping Brown, but, you know, it is what it is. Well, it's risk versus reward now. Who will get the point? Who will get the try? That's what we're wondering right now. Around the middle here, past the 20 now. Good run in the tackle. Fisher Harris. Are they thinking field goal just yet? Who wants to play for Para anyway? I don't know, man.
If we offered him the 5'8" spot, he probably would have been able to play for us, Legend. It was really wanting that spot. A Brown! Dylan Brown around! Dylan Brown! I think Dylan Brown's just got the winner for New Zealand! Dylan Bangs! Bangs a 4-pointer! Probably a 6-pointer! Dylan Brown! Oh, I know you're joking, man. But you know what isn't a joke? Dylan Brown! $22.18. Wearing all black tonight. Just absolutely brilliant there. That's a try. For me, that's a try. For me, that's a try. For me, personally, he moves around and gets it down. He was a joke when he was playing for you-know-who. No harsh feelings with Dylan, mate. I love Dylan, bro. But, like, oh my God. Dylan Brown, his ear looks absolutely busted. They're still checking out in the bunker. Right arm's up, so he's got every right to remote it forward. As I said, it winds up on the line. The question is that whether they confirm it for Dylan in his 9th test for the Kiwis. Could have been a try for Samoa the set before. How fortunes can change so quickly in any level of our game. NRLW internationals, NRLW internationals, state of origin, Indigenous versus Maori. Like, it's insane. Try confirmed, and we have the kick. 24-18 now. And if you're Samoa, you're looking for a potential dropout soon. I mean, you need to get that opportunity soon. Breaking news, by the way, Charles Nickel-Klokstad has passed his head injury assessment. He is good. Dylan Brown, the superhero, though. They've got their fullback. All ready for the closing stages. With 5 to go. Looks like they're just going to go long and hope the Warriors, hope that the New Zealand Kiwis make a mistake. Moving forward here, with room for Leota. No news to follow here, according to Channel 9. Not on here, though. TJC ain't giving you the 9 news. If we did, it'd be quite depressing, probably. Joseph Tarpany. Live from Wembley. Asako. And it looks like Jaden Sewer's on the ground here. Sewer. Silly Sewer. And in the dangers of tackling low, I think he's copped one. Yeah, he's copped a hip. Nothing wrong with it from Tarpany. When you tackle low, you run the risk, and down goes another player potentially. So another delay here. 4 minutes and 51 seconds left on the clock. See this team? This is the team Blaze should be playing for. Blaze Talangi. Man, that's so unlucky that Mariner didn't collect that right. What a moment that would have been. And Dylan Brown, that was not an easy try to score. And New Zealand, you can hear the chants. They're so proud. We're just gonna have to wait as Jaden Sewers walked off the field, escorted by the coaching staff and trainers. One of the top teams of the tournament. New Zealand over past the middle here. Play it on the last here. Fifth tackle, New Zealand, Crossland. Kieran Foran. Bit of a late contact. And on the 10-metre line, collected by Brian To'o. To'o with some gap in the chase. Wrapped up well by Leota. White helped in support there. Now through the middle. Dean Mariner knocks the ball on before. They've got 4 minutes to try and force golden point here. Strong run by Nane. Halfway through the set. Junior Bolo. Luai. Over to Talagi. Goes over to RTS. And they were ready for him to hold it here. Down he is. Talagi. To Luai. Junior. Just through the middle here. Fifth tackle. Paid us. They should look at the numbers on the left on the last. Blaze Talagi. Over to Mariner. To Toe. And Toe knocks it on. Wide open. Brian To'o. Fading into the background. You were excited for New Year's Eve and you got Boxing Day. Goodness me. Excited for Christmas, get Boxing Day. That's that try in a nutshell. Background, Nafo White. Be handy, pretty handy now to lead by 7. If they could have gone for the field goal. New Zealand. Maybe in this set. Dylan Brown. Oh, Dylan through the middle to the 30. Plays the ball. Fourth tackle. Aaron Clark here. And New Zealand, this would be a winner if they went for a kick, but it doesn't look like they're setting up for it. Foran's decided that he's going to be kicking to the side, and To'o gets it. To'o now pushing forward here. Brian To'o. And down he goes. Don't risk the 7 tackle set, right? That's what I guess they're saying with the kick. Nane. Third tackle. Junior Polo. Luai. Forcing forward here. They don't have many tackles left. 2 left. 1:40 on the clock. Luai might be their last set. And Luai took off, but there was no one running with him. Fifth tackle. Talagi. Hits back New Zealand and ends up with a Sarko play on. And Talagi's looking up at the ref like, is there something we can get from that? He says, nah. And New Zealand will look to play the clock as much as they can here. No, they don't want 86 against Samoa. And they'll probably get a couple tackles if they're lucky if they get the ball back. Defoe Whites. Defoe White, got to be careful. That was almost a punch throw. Third tackle. Moses Leota for the 4th. And they're chilling up the clock here. Samoa should get maybe 2 plays if they're lucky. A good offload there from Clark. C&K got it. And 1 more left in the set here. Forward again, looking to finish it off here. Dylan to Brown to Nakora here. And it's a long offload to Fisher Harris here. They've got plenty of time to try something. Forward, Leota to Crossland. Crossland over to Nafo White. Nafo White. White follows to Smoko, and to Smoko knocks it on. Backwards, they say, off Samoa. Back to RTS. Talagi. They've only got 1 more tackle potentially after this. Here we go. Targo with the chip and go, and New Zealand get the ball here. CNK, it doesn't matter. He's allowed to run. And there we go. New Zealand are victorious in what has been an entertaining contest. Very small margins to decide it. If you enjoyed the stream, consider hitting that like button, subscribing if you are new and haven't yet, and I will see you all for the next bit of international streams. Thank you so much, legends. Been a fun one. Hope to see you guys around, all right? Absolutely brilliant stuff. Shout out to our potatoes who weren't correct here, which were Andrew Zombie, Blazel Score, which is Johnson Kids, and Liam Pritchard. And of course, shout out to our honorable mentions like Will and that. And our top commenters, who were Andrew, Walshy, and George. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.